Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you a question before we get to the fact that Clinton said, quote, "It was against my better judgment to apologize." In fact, the actual quote, the full quote is the following. Well, just say what you... Okay, so against my better judgment, I said, okay, fine. As I look back at it now, even though it was allowed, I should have used 2 accounts. That was a mistake. I'm sorry about that. I take responsibility, said Clinton in September 2015. Now, a judge just ruled that she has to testify in a deposition 5 years later. This fiasco, the biggest cybersecurity debacle of all time, top secret intelligence on servers outside of the United States government, will never end until indictments take place. Whether they're 5 years or 10 years too late, there's no statute of limitations for what Clinton did. So you had top secret and special access program intelligence outside of the United States government. You found ways to transfer. You found creative ways to transfer classified data outside of the United States. There's no statute of limitation for that. But the full quote was, "It was against my better judgment." And the further we get, okay, so well, let's just say what you did was, well, just say what you did was a dumb mistake. It was dumb. It's over, and that will end it, Clinton said in the Hulu documentary released Friday, Hillary, About Her Life. I was convinced of that, but I understood the frustration of my camp. So against my better judgment, I said, okay, fine, she said about giving a series of interviews which led to an apology on ABC News. Both Clintons could get away with anything as long as they apologize. I'm sorry. Nobody else, by the way, mind you, Trump can never apologize. OFK, yeah. Why am I not 50 points ahead? Hello. So you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where the issue is not like nobody asks why Clinton had servers. The servers were to hide communication for 4 years. And I explained about her top secret emails and about her deleted emails. She had the Clinton Foundation. It was an overt pay-to-pay scheme. Money went in, beneficial treatment took place. You had liberal journalists, okay, at the International Business Times talking about breaking stories about how money came into the Clinton Foundation from countries, and they would get exponentially greater shipments of armament. This is not it's not rocket science. When you talk about Uranium One, it's like literally Democrats they won't hear you. They don't want to accept reality. The reality is that Uranium One officials gave money to the Clinton Foundation, millions. Then miraculously, just a mere coincidence, had nothing to do with the money that was given. President Obama did not veto the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. So the reality is that, yes, it wasn't Clinton's to give. The assumption, though, is that, well, Clinton would never try to influence President Obama. Of course, if that happened with Trump, they would have connected the dots. They literally used a dossier that was complete fantasy, complete and utter fantasy against Trump. And then they said, well, we have to continue to investigate because it might be true. Their whole thing was that it might be true. With Clinton, it's like, well, you can't prove anything, so there you go. Even though there was an informant that actually worked for the FBI, but let's not go there. You can't. You just can't. You can't possibly accuse Madam Secretary. Then, of course, there's 85 donors who gave $156 million. That, too, was a coincidence. Those 85 met with Clinton. Of course, the money had nothing to do with it. Absolutely, positively nothing to do with it. Why would it have anything to do with it? Why on earth would it have anything to do with any quid pro quo? Then with Trump, they're like, well, it had to have been quid pro quo. It had nothing to do with preventing corruption and money going into the wrong hands, and so we're going to impeach Trump. No, by the way, no legal statute. They spent 4 years saying Trump has this bottomless corruption and lawlessness, and they couldn't even impeach Trump on anything to do with breaking a legal statute. Jack! Hello, Jack. Hello, Jack. So their vantage point is not only did Clinton not do anything wrong, that it was just a mistake. They literally can't make the logical leap. If Trump had a server for one day where he deleted emails, it would have been like, he's giving launch codes to the Putin. He's literally giving launch codes to the Putin because of a hotel that he's building. So the FBI covered up everything, and then there are people on the left who don't like me, like, oh, well, he's wrong about the indictments, and he was wrong about Bernie Sanders. Well, Debbie Wasserman Schultz was cheated Bernie, and Bernie made his bed, and, that whole thing was run into the ground for a number of reasons by the pundits who took over that movement, which is now a giant bowel movement, but we can go on forever regarding Bernie. Biden's not going to be the nominee. Why? Because you're talking about, I don't know, somebody who could be one fry short of a Happy Meal. They're not going with Biden. Furthermore, this is Clinton is running right now with a documentary series. You should see what people are saying about the documentary. Oh my God, we could have had this president. She's so wonderful. She's an inspiration. Oh my God, Hillary is an inspiration. I love her. This really gets to, you get to look at Madam Secretary in a more human light. I can't believe we passed up this opportunity to have the orange Cheeto monster menace. Oh my goodness. Watch, ladies and gentlemen, when they start talking about the centennial. So Clinton is not sorry. She says the apology was against her better judgment. She's still going to testify, though, in a deposition, because this will never end, which will all, the information will all get to William Barr and John Durham, because it's all part of the same issue. And it's like, the really interesting thing about all of this is their ability to their ability to rewrite history. Their ability to rewrite history is pretty amazing. Clinton uses servers for 4 years with top secret and special access program intelligence. She does so to hide communication, almost certainly because she has a money laundering scheme called the Clinton Foundation. And it's a giant scheme. That's why That's why donations plummeted after Clinton didn't win the election. Okay, and that's why donations increased while she was running. And that's why cash flowed to the Clinton Foundation amid the Russian uranium deal. That's a verbatim New York Times article. Whenever they don't like something that is actually written in a publication, they just ignore it or try to reshape the narrative by saying, well, the story was debunked. It's like nothing's debunked. They use the word debunked whenever they don't apply the same standard with their own stories as they do with Trump. So with Trump, dossier, no problem. We still have to investigate. There's no evidence. There's no direct evidence. So they give you all different types of evidence. There's circumstantial, but there's no direct. We don't have direct evidence, but we have evidence of guilt. We have evidence of this. With Clinton, money flowing into the Clinton Foundation. Oh, no, you can't prove anything. There's nothing to prove. Well, she deleted 30,000 emails. Oh, FK, yeah. I would say perhaps you could be more. But, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I want it legal, but I do not partake. But thank you for watching. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Then you have classified data a week before the election where they tried to cover up the whole thing, but they couldn't because there was even more classified data outside of the United States government on Anthony Weiner's laptop. So there you go. There you go. The whole thing was a giant cover-up, which is really funny because I called the election in 2015. NPR quoted me. The quote is in the pinned comment and description. It's on the banner of this YouTube channel, the profile picture of this YouTube channel. I said that Clinton would lose the election in swing states. And then people on the left, the way they, like, you're never right about anything. It's like, well, they're referring to Bernie winning the nomination, which Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign, so Clinton cheated then, and the cheating's still going on. But again, they don't call, whenever they're caught red-handed, they don't call it cheating. So Russia hacked the DNC and those emails forced Debbie Wasserman Schultz to resign in disgrace because they showed that Bernie was cheated, but Clinton won fair and square. Okay, so the two competing propaganda spins. Then you have this election where it's not rigged at all, but it just so happens that you have Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg dropping out a day or 2 days before the Super Tuesday. The day after Super Tuesday, you have Michael Bloomberg leaving, and then a couple days after Super Tuesday, you have Elizabeth Warren leaving, just so her voters could go right back into Biden's to vote Biden. Because initially, what they did with Warren was insidious. Warren came in, and most of her voters were okay with Bernie. They were just more establishment, and they perhaps wanted a female president, and whatever the reason. I don't know why you would vote for Warren instead of Bernie Sanders, but whatever. So, but at the end of the 3 or 4 weeks, from Iowa to now Michigan coming up, you have Warren who stated that Bernie said a woman couldn't win the election. So all you heard from Elizabeth Warren throughout the primaries was, somebody said something about you. Did you hear what you said this, and you said that, and you said this, and you said that? Everything was gossip and hearsay, okay? Meanwhile, she failed her DNA test, claiming that we don't have to go into it, but not a very good thing to do. Doesn't matter what your political leaning is, especially if you're a Democrat. And so Then you have the situation where at the end of the day, after Warren was done, not being able to explain Medicare for all, Valerie Rogers. I don't think it's a hoax. No, I think it's serious, but I don't think people should be like freaking out. The hysteria is a little bit too much. The hysteria is just a little bit too much. Texting and driving is a far greater threat to humanity. Drinking and driving, or texting and driving, is a far greater threat to humanity. Far greater. But so Hillary Clinton says email scandal apology was against my better judgment. This, ladies and gentlemen, is 5 years after it started. I remember I was in the green room I was going to be on MSNBC, The Last Word with Lawrence O'Donnell, and that was one of my first times on television. And I'm redoing my website, but it was on my website. So I'm taking a little while redoing my website, but so that'll be up in a couple of months or so, hopefully sooner. And I remember and I was still on the left. I remember the email scandal came out, and it was like, I might not go on. And I still went on. And that was the day they found out that Clinton was using a private server. How hard is it, though? How hard is it to realize you're using a private server to hide your communication, not just from Freedom of Information Act requests? You're doing possibly things that are not lawful, or possibly things not legal, and you're hiding your communication. That's why you use a private server. They would never allow Trump to use a private server, ever. But Democrats, media, there's always a double standard. Always a double standard. But why is this taking place? She transferred top secret and special access program intelligence, 2,000 plus classified emails. People were emailing within the United States government, servers that were outside of the United States government. There were a whole bunch of people a part of this. She had her tech guru, Brian Pagliano, and others find a way for 4 years to enable her servers to transmit, to transfer, to store, to receive, to send top secret and special access program intelligence, classified data when they were sent and received. The information was not only classified, but also classified at the time it was sent. Putin Putin! Comrade Sanders, 4th House in Moscow. Putin! Hello. Yes. Putin, hello. That is awesome. One of the great names. One of the great names. This is awesome. Putin, thank you. Captain Obvious, hello. Hello. It'll be on this channel and then the other channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel. Putin, thank you. Please speak of Bill Clinton's stress relief techniques. I'd love to speak about my stress relief techniques, but I don't know if it's YouTube policies. I tried hacky sack. I tried Pilates. Nothing seemed to work. So I tried a different venue. You know what I'm talking about. Putin. One of the great names. One of the great names. Thank you. Eric H526, Luke St. Martin, thank you. Now let me just harp on Clinton running for about 1 hour more. So you have a situation where There's a Hulu documentary. Captain Obvious, hello. Mitchell Smith, hello. You have a Hulu documentary that, my God, people love so much. I'm going to do a segment on this on H.A. Goodman's other channel, and I'll have to because if you don't think Clinton's going to run, which she'll be the nominee, when she runs, how it happens, who knows, who cares. But you just type in, okay, Hulu. So wait, Hillary on Hulu. Okay. I learned so much. This is just the fact that Clinton's going to be nominee. We know this. This is how I'm the only person on the planet saying this since 2017. Steve Bannon just recently said it, but it's so interesting watching the biggest charade of all time. They're not going with Biden. Biden is just, the fact Biden is winning shows how horrible Bernie's campaign has become. 2016 is Bernie could have actually won the presidency. Would have had he not been cheated. Thank God he didn't. Bernie is become a tool, basically a tool of the Democratic Party and people like Brennan and Clapper. Bernie Sanders will have served a purpose just like Amy Klobuchar and Mayor Pete and Beto O'Rourke and Elizabeth Warren, all of them. But here, hashtag Hillary on Hulu. I learned so much. This hits home. Hillary was the first female candidate to win Iowa, and no one cared. It was all about how well Bernie did. It was so awesome. That is so amazing. I'm just reading these. What Hillary's documentary on Hulu taught me is that no man could go through what she did and still be standing. Hashtag Hillary on Hulu. It's fantastic. Oh, my God. And these are like 1,000 retweets. Then there's like, where's the record youth turnout? These are profiles, which is fantastic. Democrats despise Bernie Sanders. They like Trump better than Bernie Sanders, which is like only the Democratic Party. I'm only 15 minutes into this documentary and I'm tearing up. Hillary's everything good about this nation and we need to elevate that fact. Email, and then profanity emails. What profanity? Okay, so they don't get it. They don't get it. This email. The shimmy is back. Yes. The shimmy. Yes. Hello. Love the shimmy. Love the shimmy. Oh my God. I'm a fan of the shimmy. Trust me. Then another person, Hillary Clinton crying when discussing Chelsea. Okay. A tale of defeat becomes a history of modern feminism. This is the Washington Post said this. So, Hillary on Hulu, a relentless tour de force in showcasing all of Hillary Clinton has endured for us. Like Jesus. She suffered for us. A singular, selfless human being surviving decades of attempted destruction for democracy. What? What does that mean? It leaves you emotionally exhausted and stunned by how undeserving we truly are of her. Yes, I agree. I myself am humbled when thinking of all the things that Madam Secretary has done for everyone. I'm voting for Trump, but I am voting for Trump, but I'm the biggest Hillary Clinton supporter on YouTube. I think she's absolutely wonderful, and somebody needs to save the Democratic Party. Gee, who do you think is going to be? Yeah, she'll be nominee. Hillary mocking Bernie and Hillary on Hulu is so much better with the awkward backstage. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And these are all like 1,000 retweets. Oh, my God. This is I'm sick and watching. I'm homesick watching Hillary on Hulu. And gosh, what we did to this woman was so wrong. Well, I don't know. What did we do? What did anyone do? They just didn't vote for her. What's wrong? What happened that's so horrible? I don't get it. Chase Anderson. Chase Anderson. I can't discuss such things But very interesting. Chase Anderson. Chase. Thank you. Parabiology. 1 more hour, sweet. More impressions, please. Parabiology. I, too, am an aficionado in biology. All I can tell you is that I love anatomy and biology. And I love the science of love. I'm a love scientist, if you will. Parabiology! I am going to do some... So now the contempt for yours truly. Oh, my God. Another great moment in Hillary on Hulu. She talks about how you didn't win any points for showing emotion as a woman. You were ignored and harassed. You put your head down and did the work. And now she's critiqued for not being emotional enough. Well, she also used private servers and transferred top secret intelligence on them for the whole world to just easily infiltrate. That's one thing. The people of Libya, I guess for the past 10 years now, have been experiencing the worst catastrophe and foreign policy fiasco and just the most heinous situation because of Hillary's foreign policy. We can go on forever, but forget about that. It's about Hillary on Hulu. Let's see. Hillary is my forever hero. This is on Twitter, and each one of these have 1,000 retweets. So you mean to... Listen, she's now taking over social media, which was Bernie's domain. Bernie... And Clinton's not even running, right? Okay, Biden is there. Biden winning is not an indication that he's going to be nominee. It's an indication of how the people who took over Bernie's movement ran it into the ground. 2016, Bernie Sanders was a completely different ballgame. I'm not going to get into it right now. I did 2 segments ago. Okay. On a day when we are so sad to see another qualified and capable woman not make it, that was Elizabeth Warren. She was there to undermine Bernie, and she failed her DNA test, said that she was... Okay, it didn't work out. Today is a day for Hillary love, 1,000 retweets. Yes, I love this. I love this so much. Look out, Buffalo! Got some free DoorDash UFC and TV and H.A. Goodman on my phone. Saturday can't be. Yeah! Yeah! Bucolic Buffalo! Nice. Nice. Yeah, a nice cold one. It's even better. Nice. That's right. Big UFC. Yes. Yes. Basically, I'll do an H.A. Goodman's other channel on this, but they're in love. Big Israel Adesanya and Yoel Romero. Big event. Big fight tonight. Big. And there's other great ones, too. There's other great ones also. Bucolic Buffalo, enjoy. Thank you. Everyone, I will be doing later on this evening another live stream. But, so... Felix, hello. Felix, hello. Hope you're having a great Saturday evening. All right, so let's just continue with this. I enjoy it. I just find it amusing, and I'm glad that everyone else is tolerating me / finds it amusing. Oh. This is Ellen. Hillary is out now on Hulu. Hillary Clinton is one of Time's 100 women of the year. Again? The series will remind you why. For what? Helping destroy a country in Libya? Why? I made it all of 12 minutes into the first episode of Hillary on Hulu documentary, already crying. It talks about her student graduation speech at Wellesley. Oh my God, this is fantastic. Here's a clip of Hillary completely ripping Bernie to shreds in her new documentary. And also, look how Bernie treated Hillary behind the scenes. Well, Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign for some reason. I wonder why. So 5 minutes in, well, I suppose I could have stayed home and baked cookies. Cookies. Yummy. And it's FedEx with Hillary on Hulu cookies that she didn't bake. Okay. I really hope young people watch Hillary on Hulu, especially young women, because I want young women to have some idea of the arc of what we've all gone through. Yes, because Hillary's life is just like everyone else. Rose Law Firm, it's always a very good person. I'm the biggest supporter on YouTube. Let's see. It's never ending, okay? This thing's never ending. You mean to tell me that Clinton, okay, this is so much better than running. This is the 21st century way of Clinton running, while Biden does the heavy lifting, which Biden is one founding mothers, as Benjamin Lincoln once said, the founding mothers. What? Cosmonaut Institute? Uh-oh. Do you know how many people are going to watch the Hulu documentary? Hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions. At least hundreds of thousands of people. Millions have already heard about it. Why? What a brilliant... I give it up to Clinton. I'm not, I'm obviously voting for Trump. But what a brilliant strategy. What a brilliant strategy. How many people will see the documentary? I just want to see this here. So Hillary on Hulu. How many people will see? Hulu's Hillary is not about Hillary. Well, what's it about? All of these cryptic messages from the Atlantic. Okay, the 4-part documentary does more than simply retell the story of the former president's candidate's life and career. Despite the title, Hillary isn't really about Hillary, not to the docuseries director. Throughout Hillary, which premiered yesterday on Hulu, the director splices archival clips from Clinton's career with footage of their 2016 campaign. Those videos culled from about 1,700 hours, documenting the former vice president's former presidential candidate on the road had originally. Okay, you know what? I want to read the Washington Post. What does the Washington Post say? Oh, okay, who is the real person inside? Inside a revealing docuseries on Hillary Clinton. I want to know the real person. I think maybe I've gotten it all wrong. Maybe I'll vote for Clinton instead of Trump. Maybe. Let's go ahead and read. In the 4-hour series Hillary, hours of interviews are coupled with behind-the-scenes footage for a look at the woman behind the divisive persona. It's difficult, maybe impossible, to get a clear assessment of the life of Hillary Clinton. Her status as one of America's most visible political figures has been so polarizing, her controversy so tirelessly hashed out, her likability so exhaustingly assessed, that there doesn't seem to be much room for another reframing. But Hillary, the 4-hour docuseries on Hulu, seeks to take a cool-headed, that's what I'm talking about, look at her life and career, to revisit past scandals with candor and unpack her divisive persona with unprecedented access to Clinton and those close to her. As First Lady, Senator from New York, Secretary of State, and the first female presidential candidate from a major party, Clinton has been revered and reviled, decried as too radical and not too radical enough, heralded as a feminist trailblazer, and loathed as an emblem of the Democratic establishment. Oh, goodness. This has really changed my view of Madam Secretary. I'm going to rethink what I'm going to. I might just become a Hillary supporter, the biggest one online. Nah, probably vote for Trump. I think I will vote for Trump. But this is really making me rethink Clinton. Gosh, what would happen if, I don't know, Biden quoted one of our founding mothers? What would happen then? What do you think would happen? Hillary's going to be nominee, okay? Clinton's going to be nominee. This charade, this is the biggest charade of all time. Jack! YouTube Yoda, thank you. Joe Biden invitation, please come off. Hello, Melinda, loosely. Hello, Melinda. How you doing? So, thank you, Melinda. Thank you, Jack. Super tall, everybody. Yeah, come on, Het. Come on, man. Super tall. I'm the new nominee. There's a new nominee in town. Super tall. Founding mothers, Benjamin Lincoln. And, as one of our founding fathers, George Jefferson Adams, once said, David, thank you. So let's continue. Hillary's Hulu takes Clinton's status as something of a political Rorschach test. As its fundamental question, the thing that most interesting to me, and the thesis of this, is the fact that she's so polarizing. Why is that? Who is the real person within that? I want to know this. I just want somebody with depth. Why do we have Biden? I just want... Oh, look, there's Clinton looking at her smartphone. Nothing wrong with that. Just top secret intelligence. It's fine. Why get upset? I'm not going to get upset anymore. I'm not even going to care about the top secret intelligence on servers. Just run. Just run. That was The Guardian. Okay. Oh, yes. In Hillary, New York Times, a political warrior weighed down by her armor. Ah, the best. Oh, this is the best. I love it. Do. In Hillary, a political warrior weighed down by her armor. Ah! The Hillary Knight in shining armor. New York Times, love you. From the people who brought you Why Hillary Needs to be Two-Faced. And The Shimmy. Comes this, a 4-part documentary about Hillary Clinton revisits some much-told history, but it has insight about political fixation on her. Who would be fixated on her? What kind of person who's lost their marbles would be fixated on her? During the 2016 election, the director of Hillary on Hulu got exclusive behind-the-scenes access. Okay. But is it really Hillary is not the look back in triumph that it may have been expected to be? So far, so political convention clip reel. Hillary frankly admires Clinton as a pioneer and champion, down to the opening titles, a torrent of still portraits that burst on screen, to the Interrupters' punk anthem, Take Back the Power. Oh, yeah, that's great. While it interviews a wide range of defenders, including her husband and daughter, it tends to quote her critics more through strident news clips. But where Hillary stands out is how it finds in Clinton's early years the foreshadowing of all the attacks she would face in 2018-2016. Not just the double standards, but the charges of inauthenticity that connected to her learning defense mechanisms against being too much herself, kind of like when she said she survived Bosnian sniper fire but didn't. This was a problem that you and I had to deal with, not Clinton. When she said she has a public and private face, that's your problem, not my problem, not her problem. There's a tragic irony to the story's narrative, a picture of a warrior weighed down by the armor that kept her alive. Oh, can you imagine? Could you imagine if they said this to Trump? Oh, Trump's defense mechanism. The orange The orange spray tan. He had to. There's nothing that he needed to do these things. No, they would never do that. Never, ever, ever, ever. Never. You got points for not being emotional, Clinton recalled about her days as a woman in mostly male law school. When you train yourself like that, this is a person who presided over the destruction of Libya and voted alongside Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld, then called youth super predators who must be brought to heel, helped push the crime bill. We can go on forever. Anyway, when you train yourself like that, you move fast forward into an age where everybody wants to see what your emotions are and how you respond to all that. It's a really different environment. I'm going to vote for Clinton now. This is interesting. This is fantastic. What a wonderful, beautiful, enlightening view into all of this. Mitchell Smith! Sir Edmund Hillary. That's right. I believe that's true. Yeah. Mitchell Smith! Do you think Ratcliffe's confirmation will be met with full force similar to Kavanaugh's? I think certain individuals, including Hillsbub, will make it so. Joe Biden's impersonation is hilarious. Thank you. Mitchell Smith. I don't even think they know what hit them with Ratcliffe. Mitchell Smith, I don't even think they realize what's going on. I really don't. Although Mitt Romney will be like, Mitchell Smith, this is Mitt Romney. I don't know if I like this Ratcliffe fella. Look at the first letters of his last name. I don't know if I like him. His hair is not coiffed like mine. He doesn't drink milk. And he seems to be giving Trump too much reverence. It's almost like if you don't agree with Trump, if you don't embrace his rear end, there's some big problem. Mitchell, I don't know about Ratcliffe. I think it's all political. And I want everyone here to vote for me, Mitt Romney. I'm running in 2024. I want to bring back the Republican Party to the Cheney and Rumsfeld days. The wholesome good days. Mitchell Smith! Thank you. Let's see. Hold on. Hillary on Hulu, Washington Post. This is the biggest political. This is amazing. Hillary turns a tale of defeat. So we had the armor. That was good. Turns a tale of defeat to do a personal history of modern. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Hillary is a salvage operation, but not of the reputation of the person who won the 2016 popular vote by roughly 3 million votes. She doesn't need any rescuing. Well, she outspent Trump 2-1 after Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign because the DNC emails showed that they cheated Bernie Sanders, but actually they cheated Bernie Sanders, but Russia wants you to know this because they hacked the DNC, and if you ask if Clinton won fair and square, of course she did. So that's what that's about. Instead, it repurposes some great film footage that begs to be seen. Now, of course, it's spliced into a movie about something else. Culminating in her... What emerges is an artful, structured personal history of modern feminism told in the context of a country and a culture still grappling with a daunting degree of bias. Kind of like when Peter Strzok said, we'll stop Trump. No. What bias there? Why would you need... Why? That's not bias. You can totally do your own... you could do your work and still say, we'll stop Trump, as an investigator into both Trump and Clinton. Roll your eyes all you want. Clinton does plenty of that, sitting through a compulsory rewind of her life story. But Hillary has many moments. Do they interview people in Libya? Just wondering. Or other places that... probably not. But Hillary has many moments of clear-headed connecting of an essential series of socio-political dots. In 7 decades of striving, Clinton failed to win a game that was often rigged against her. Really? Really? How so? Often based on the fickle definitions of likability. No, it's just... Actually, likability has a pretty sustainable... Likability is pretty much the same in every country in the world. It's almost something that you can't even describe, but it has to do with how genuine you are almost always. Charisma is something, well, we can go on forever. Personality and something akin to possessing the Holy Spirit. Oh, yeah. Yes, what did I tell you? More religious references. She suffered for us, like Jesus. Rennie68! Good day from Western Australia, HA. Thank you for watching, Rennie68 from Australia. Thank you. It's a beautiful Sunday morning over here, and just a heads up, the guys from the Duran across the pond are backing the H.A. Goodman Madam Moo theory in their Super Tuesday wrap-up. Thank you. Thank you, Rennie68. Yeah, the people of the Duran are good people. Very good people. Good day. Thank you so much, Rennie68. Thank you to my viewers in Australia. Thank you for so much for watching. And Rennie68 in Western Australia, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so very much. Enjoy your Sunday morning. Thank you. Thank you, Rennie. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. So the Holy Trinity here, she's another Holy Spirit. Clinton failed to win a game that was often rigged against her, often based on the fickle definitions of likability. I mean, gee, how could you not like a person who says that youth should be, that super predator is brought to heel, who lack empathy, personality, and something akin to possessing the Holy Spirit? Madam Secretary possesses the Holy Spirit. Be gone! Be gone, top secret special access program intelligence from private servers! She survived attacks from critics whose bile increased to the point that they literally demonized her. She rose above focus group opinions, which basically is the only way that she ever communicates, through focus group opinions. JPAT official videos, just sub to your Patreon, Brother Clinton Running. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. JPAT official videos, thank you. Thank you. And to my new Patreons, include JPAT official videos, thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. JPAT official videos, thank you. Rennie68, thank you. So let's continue. She rose above focus group opinions that now somehow blame her for her husband's issues. I couldn't believe that they blamed her. I mean, they shouldn't even blamed me. I mean, I had so much anxiety. But, you know, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? I mean, I try so hard. Do. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. I try so hard. I put my trust in you. Do. Okay, so if you're only interested in the juicy bits, oh, I sure am. I mainly see just two. The first is Clinton's candid and emphatic dissing of Senator Bernie Sanders. I can't believe she spent all this time dissing me. I can't believe it. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely absurd. Thanks a lot, Hillary. You diss me, you diss yourself. Everything's working according to plan. I love you, Hillary Clinton. I love you. You're the best. The Holy Spirit is within you. The Holy Spirit is within you, Hillary. You're the best candidate the Democrats have. Please, we don't need Biden to beat the Orange Menace. We need. Can you? I will say this: Clinton versus Trump again. Oh my God! Tell me it's not going to be the best. Tell me it's not going to be the best. You want the vice president versus Trump? Wrong. Hey, fat. Fat. Orange fat. Orange. Cheeto. So The first is a candid and emphatic dissing of Bernie Sanders. How can she diss only the Democrats could cheat Bernie and then still diss him? I don't understand. I mean, the audacity, but whatever. Oh, thank you. May I have some more insulting remarks? This is fantastic. This is a fantastic way to fight the 1%. A leading critic of her perceived chumminess with Wall Street. Her perceived chumminess. Her perceived chumminess. It's not chumminess, perceived chumminess. And a force to be reckoned with. Okay. Honestly, Bernie drove me crazy, she says. He was in Congress for years. He had one senator support him. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes him. Oh, my God. Nobody wants to work with him. He got nothing done. He was a career politician. He did not work until he was like 41 and got elected to something. It was all just baloney. My Medicare for All campaign has a name. It's BOLNEY. BALLONEY. And I feel so bad that people got sucked into it. I know. Especially the last part. Okay, then. Another, tell us more what happened with people in Bernie's movement. Okay, then. Another notable moment comes in part 3 where a viewer would probably assume there's nothing left to say as both Clinton and her husband reflect on lasting damage of his extramarital issues. Oh, again. This thing will never end. Bill, it was so awful what I did. Hillary, I was so angry. Yeah, okay. His hands and voice still tremble when he explains his personal baggage. Oh, my goodness, my hands are trembling. My personal baggage is my pet name for. And the level of counseling it took for him to truly see himself. Really, that's interesting because there were emails from Colin Powell. Apparently, his new name rhymes with one of the Lord of the Rings characters. Her eyes fixed on a far corner as she explains her reaction, her decision. Okay. The other reason, the love story that still exists there somehow. There's a love story? When I see Hillary through a wheat field, I just run into her arms, slow motion. It's so beautiful. Oh, my God. This is the best. Oh, my God. This is the best. Oh, Lord. Lord, 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 Lord. One can't help but think of what might have happened if she'd never met what's-his-name and followed him to Little Rock. Yeah, we wouldn't know who Madam Secretary was. I'm crying from all of this. That she did took a sort of stamina and defies explanation. Many of them, are eloquent, forthcoming, sympathetic, and even archly funny about this woman they know and love. Clinton herself is relaxed, open, and well, just sort of person pollsters and pundits kept saying she should be. Anyone who can't stand Clinton, and never will, won't make it past the first hour. Oh, but I love Madam Secretary. I would make it, the whole thing is fantastic. Are you kidding? The woman whom America never seemed to like enough was correct all along. It wasn't really about her. Yes! I love this! I love this so much. Oh my God, my plan is working. Hillary, the definitive Clinton duck, is engaging in essential. Essential? Essential. Essential. That's the way you pronounce it. Essential. There are two reasons folks watch this excellent, excruciating Hillary. Either they decided long ago they didn't like Hillary Rodham Clinton and wouldn't want to have a beer with the woman, let alone... Yes. It's all about the beer thing. You know who I want to have a beer with? Elizabeth Warren. She seems like a very genuine person who doesn't make up quotes about people. can't even read this Vanity Fair article because can I tell you something? Not only is Clinton running, when she becomes nominee, they are going to make everyone believe that Clinton can defeat Trump. Chris, thank you. The quicker flipper! Schumer makes a threat statement about a whirlwind. He should have the military behind him like Trump's claim before the storm. It won't seem so hollow. Yes. Thank you, the quicker flipper. Yeah, that was very bizarre. Very bizarre. That was very, very bizarre, the quicker flipper. That was very bizarre. That, I don't understand that at all. I agree with you. I don't understand that at all. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look this is really interesting. I'm trying to read this. It's like difficult. Okay, so just a couple months ago, Fox News poll shows Hillary Clinton beating Trump in 2020, and she's not even running. This is Newsweek. It was in November. Okay. They've done everything, including putting Clinton, including her within polls. Okay, 2020 polls. So this is really interesting. Hillary Clinton statistically even with Biden in hypothetical 2020 matchup. Wow. How did I not get this? A recent survey that included both Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and John Kerry found Clinton leading other Democratic candidates by a slim margin. Oh my God. Clinton in December, before Biden, before everyone miraculously, coincidentally had to drop out. Flying Fox Roots! I'm Withered HRC, getting hot and heavy for the night. Jam Face, Jiggle Billy, yes, you know what? Can we get Edward Van Halen on the wall? That is a great statement, and I just have to get a, you know what? Jam Face, Jiggle Billy. That I'm gonna be on the lookout for. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. Thank you, Jamface. Thank you, Flying Fox Fruits. I will be on the lookout for that because Eddie Van Halen needs to be on this wall. He's awesome. Let's see. Where would I put him? I'd put him someplace. I think I know where. Jimbo, good day, AJ. From my Mars and I here in Western Australia, Hillary 2020. Thank you in Western Australia, Jimbo. Thank you so very much. Thank you for watching, Jimbo. Thank you for watching. This is fantastic. I have viewers in Western Australia. I'm very happy, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Jimbo, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated, and thank you for watching from Western Australia. Thank you. Mitchell Smith. When Hillary runs against the chant, Trump rallies will be rampant again. Oh my God. It will. Oh my God. Mitchell Smith, Jimbo, thank you for watching in Australia. To my viewers in Australia, thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you. Mitchell Smith, thank you again. Yeah. Hillary statistically even with Biden, hypothetical 2020 Democratic matchup. And that's without Hillary on Hulu. Are you kidding me? Hillary would, when she becomes nominee and she decides either the day of the convention or a week or 2 months, whatever, it doesn't matter. It would be like an Abrams tank versus a tiny Prius. Who do you think would win? Who do you think would win? Who do you think's in the Prius? Biden and Bernie are driving the Prius. Hey, you move around. You're not driving. You're driving right into the Abrams tank. That's Hillary. Can we just get off the road? It doesn't need to be a game of chicken. Okay, Biden, just do your job. We're supposed to do a job here. This is all a charade to begin with. It's all, man. It's all just like Rebel without a cause, clue cause. And the Abrams tank, or they're going off a cliff, whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. They've used so many references with like why are they using religious references with Hillary Clinton? It's pretty interesting. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. To my super chat, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. No PhD Coyote, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Have a great evening. I'll be back a couple hours from now, about 3 or 4 hours from now. And to my super chat, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Just have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. God bless you all. Thank you. I will see you very soon. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel in about 10 minutes. Great upload. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for a great evening. I'll see you very soon.